Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today is gonna be a rant type of video. This was not planned or scheduled at all. I just figured I had to address this on my behalf because this shit is kind of insane to me. So recently, NBA 2K has been dropping the ratings for their top players and such, and I think they went 20 through 11 today. And you know, some ratings caught my eyes. In particular, Devin Booker is now at 93 overall in 2K. If you're asking me, that's kind of egregious. Not gonna lie. Devin Booker finished at a 95 in 2K24, and he also started at a 95, I believe. And just to name a few players that he's below and above, the 96 overall players in 2K24 were Tatum, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and then the 95 overalls were Anthony Davis, Devin Booker, and Anthony Edwards. And then just to name a few for the players that were in the 94 category, it was Brunson, Irving, and Ja Morant, even though he was injured, so I don't know how he's a 94. But yeah, that's just to give you a quick idea of how the ratings for 2K24, and that's kind of where Booker ranked amongst a lot of top players in the league. But yeah, it was just kind of crazy to me that Devin Booker was a 93. He actually had a better regular season stat wise. I don't know if they're basing a -2 drop in overall of getting swept in the playoffs. I mean, I know 2K is really hard on recency bias. I don't think anybody at 2K is going to see this video, so I'm not really worried about anything. So we should be good here. But yeah, the other 93 overalls are kind of interesting as well. Anthony Edwards is to name one, and then Jalen Brunson. Those are the other 93 overalls. Those guys were the top of the list for today's ratings. I would have to see who's above those guys to make a fair judgment and just see how the rest of the ratings go for 2K25. I know 2K sometimes is a little strict, but if it was 2K24 for reasons here, Joel Embiid was the top player with a 98 overall. He was the top player in 2K24. That's where he finished. Then it was him and Jokic at 98. You know, both MVP candidates. I believe Embiid got it this year. I believe it could be. It was either him or Jokic, one of the two. I might sound like a casual. I don't pay attention to those guys, as crazy as that sounds, so I don't really care. Not a Suns uniform, don't care, whatever. But yeah, if they were a 98, and I mean, if that's how it's going to be this year in 2K, 93 overall is kind of egregious, not going to lie. Now, say the top players maybe a 96, 97, I can live with that. That's cool. It would be fair because Booker was -3 from the top player in 2K24, 98 to 95. So, but if anything, I thought Booker would have went up, especially after switching to a whole new role of being a point guard this year and running a whole different type of offense. You know, the Suns team was in shambles this year. I don't know how 2K is doing ratings this year. I'd have to see the rest of them to make a fair judgment. But just kind of like a first initial reaction, it's kind of crazy, kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Now, with Booker being rated a 93 overall in 2K, there's a couple things I want to see individual-wise with his ratings that I would like to see go up. For instance, perimeter defense, I think, could go up a little bit more, especially after the Olympics. I think he proved to a lot of people that Devin Booker is, in fact, a pretty good defender. I'm not going to put him in like an elite conversation with Jrue Holiday, but I think Booker can hold his own on defense. I just think that, you know, Booker's been the main guy in offense for so many years, pretty much ever since he's came into the league. You know, he's been giving it all on one side of the ball. You know, it's hard to play both ways when you're the main guy that, you know, you're the offense. You are the offense. It's hard to be the offense and the defense at both times. So I think that's why defensive wise, I think he's kind of overlooked. But I think, you know, now that he has a better team, better teammates, I think defensively he can kind of lock in a little bit more and kind of set back on offense. I mean, when you have a guy like Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal next to you, you can definitely you can chillax on offense a little bit and lock in a little more on the defensive side of things. Booker wrapped up his 2K24 season with being a 77 perimeter defender. Would like to see that in the 80s. I don't know if that's asking for too much. Maybe an 80. I think an 80 would be good. And we could probably up his defensive consistency rating. That's a 70. Maybe we can put that at like a 75. I'd be cool with stuff like that. Some other ratings I wouldn't mind seeing going up is Devin Booker's 3-point rating. He's an 87 to wrap up that category for 2K24, maybe an 89. I don't know if that's asking for too much. Wouldn't hurt. And then his middies a 94 to end the 2K24 season. Maybe a 96 or 97. Wouldn't hurt as much, but once again, somewhere his stats are going to go down because he is a 93 overall. But you know, the 2K rating system could be different. Maybe it's kind of the same ratings, but yet I don't know. I don't know how these ratings are going to convert to 2K25, if they're the same or they're a little bit different. I just thought Booker would have been at least a 95, stayed the same, or a 96. Just drop it down to a 93 kind of just doesn't sit right with me still. But for his past 2K ratings, just for an idea, 2K23 when he's the cover athlete, he was a 91 overall. That was the year after they got swept by Dallas. Or not swept, but lost in Game 7. It felt like a sweep after that Game 7 performance, though. And then 2K22, the year after the Phoenix Suns went to the finals, Devin Booker was a 90 overall. So he just broke 90 after reaching the finals. And then at the start of the year, 2K21, he was an 87. That was the year that the Suns went to the finals. I got these ratings off online. I don't know exactly if these are at the start of the year or at the end of the year, because I don't quite remember. I thought Booker was higher in 2K21, but I guess 87 is where they put him at there. But yeah, there's just some ideas for the 2K rating system. Once again, I'm not sure how they did ratings this year. I'd have to see who the top 5 players are and how they kind of broke it down here. I know Jaylen Brown's a 92, I believe, along with Donovan Mitchell. So there's kind of an idea there. But once again, I think Devin Booker and Anthony Edwards could have both been 93 and above. I've honestly not been a huge Ant fan, but after the Olympics, I mean, he even finished up 2K24 as a 94 overall. And I think Jaylen Brown wrapped up as a 93 overall, so he went down to a 92. And then Donovan Mitchell was a 93, and he went down to a 92. So kind of interesting to see here that Anthony Edwards was also a 95 in 2K24 to end the season. He went down too. So I don't really know how they are basing the ratings this year. I know Shai Gilgeous-Alexander finishes at 97. I bet he's probably a 97 in 2K25. And then Tyrese Halliburton, he was a 90, I think a 90 or 91. And he wrapped up as a 92 to end 2K24. And I think they put him at a 91 overall in 2K25. And then one thing that was kind of interesting is Victor Wembanyama. I think he's a 91 to start off the year in 2K25. And he finished up 2K24 as an 89. I'm going to just give my quick opinion on this. I think Wemby could have started off as an 89. I know Wemby just wrapped up his crazy rookie year. He did some pretty cool things, but I think an 89 would have been fair. I think they did the same thing with Zion. I think he was like I think he finished off his rookie season as a high 80, and then I believe they put him at like a freaking 90, 91 the season following. So I don't know. I think Wemby could have started off as an 89. I think that would have been fair. But I guess the 91 really isn't that big of a difference. And many of you watching this video are probably thinking the same thing. Like, hey, worldwide, Booker's at 93. It's only -2. But when I look at this, I kind of find it as disrespectful. Because Devin Booker is one of the top premier athletes in this league. One of the best premier guards and players in this league. They're not going to put him as the face of the league because he's not the wild factor that a lot of people think that he was. They're going to look at guys like Anthony Edwards and Shai, I guess, as the face of the league, and Tatum. But yeah, the Booker disrespect has been kind of crazy for a while. The past 2 years, I haven't really complained about his 2K rating, just because they did a pretty good job. I was kind of shocked that 2K put him up there as a 95, but I guess we'll see here as the season goes on. I know 2K does rating updates throughout the year, so maybe Book will go back up there to 95. And before I even give my final initial thought, maybe I'll do a follow-up video on KD and Booker's rating, just to see how the rest of the ratings are and kind of see where Booker is in the mix. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. We're going to start grinding out here on YouTube. The last video you guys liked a lot, and then the Devin Booker Olympic vlog compilation is doing fantastic. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the love. It's really humbling for sure. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.